Hey, good morning, guys. Decided to do the devotional today out here, just taking a quick walk behind my house on the nature trail. But, this week after Christmas, this week kind of between New Year's and Christmas, it's kind of a weird week. It's kind of like a lost week, a dead week. Not much goes on. Nobody has plans. No one has any ambitions of what they hope happens. It's just kind of a week that it's there. It comes and goes. And it reminded me a lot of that intertestamental period between Malachi and Matthew. You have several hundred years where there's no stories, right? There's no miracles, there's nothing, at least nothing recorded, right? Nothing we hear about in God's plan of him doing and working. And that must have been hard, right, for people to say, now we haven't heard from the Lord in hundreds of years. We don't have any, the last prophet here, gave us just some sayings and some statements and some hope of the Messiah, but it's been several hundred years and we haven't heard anything else. And I can see how people just grow lax. People just grow, maybe the Lord's not working. So, as we spend this week, I don't know that people are going to, get all upset or feel like what's going on in the next 4 or 5 days because there's nothing planned. But I want to say that, those that really trusted in God's plan and kept their hope that God was working, they were prepared to receive the Messiah when they accepted him on God's terms. So I want to challenge you this week. This is going to be my last devotion before New Year's. I'm going to start a new series on New Year's Day, and I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be a really good one. We'll talk more about that later. But what I want to encourage you guys to do this week, instead of maybe watching these devotionals, sit down, get a cup of coffee, if you drink coffee, or something else if you don't, and get into a book, preferably a book of the Bible. Maybe there's a book of the Bible you haven't read in a long time, or you haven't ever read that you'd like to get through. Maybe just pick the book of John, try to read through that in an entire week. Maybe somebody gave you a book for Christmas that you're like, man, I'm just never going to get through this. Read it this week. I know it's a lot, maybe, right, to try and read through in a week. But this is the week to do it, because we don't always have a lot of extra time in our schedules. But I feel like this is the 1 week a year where we all got some extra time. We all got time to spend that we don't normally have. So read through the book of John. Read the entire book of Matthew. Pick up that book somebody gave you for Christmas and just dig into it. And like I said, we'll restart on New Year's, but I think if you spend 1 week just really digging in the Word and just saturating yourself with just time, before the Lord, or just time learning, and it could be before the Lord in prayer and things of that nature as well. But I just want to encourage you to really dig in and spend the next few mornings in an extended time of reading. Really challenge yourself to grow in that way. And we'll see you guys in the New Year's. God bless.